Last video we started with molecular orbital theory where we started with postulates. Three postulates I have discussed in the last video. In this video the remaining postulates we will discuss. So fourth one is the electrons are accommodated in molecular orbitals. What is an orbital? Orbital is the place where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. So you can see the electrons only in orbitals. You have learned atomic orbitals. The atomic orbital is for atoms. This you have studied in atomic structure. Here we have molecular orbitals. So this molecular orbitals you have in molecules. So you are going to accommodate the electrons in molecular orbitals. So that is, you are going to fill the electrons in molecular orbitals. So how to fill these electrons in molecular orbitals? So the filling up of electrons in molecular orbitals follows three rules. One is Auber principle, Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule. So what is Auber principle? Auber principle you have learnt in atomic structure. That is, the orbital with lower energy is filled first with the electrons, then go to the orbital with higher energy. The same thing you have to follow in molecular orbitals also. There in atomic orbitals you have learned a Auber diagram, that is like this. Auber diagram, where this diagram is mainly based on n plus L rule. N is the principal quantum number, L is the azimuthal quantum number. So when you add these two, we are getting a number. If the number is the lowest one, that is taken as the orbital with lower energy. So in this way, this Auber diagram is framed, and you are following this Auber diagram for filling up of orbitals in atomic structure, that is in atomic orbitals. But here in molecular orbitals, you have sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, pi 2px, pi 2py. In this, which is the orbital with lower energy, that orbital is filled with the electron first, and then you have to go to the orbital with higher energy. So this is the case with Auber principle. The next we have Pauli's exclusion principle. Here it says that no two electrons in an orbital can have all the four quantum numbers identical. For example, you have learned this one. This is 1s2. Here we have learned this in atomic structure. 1 is the principal quantum number. S, that is for azimuthal quantum number. The 2 represents the number of electron. So we have principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number, and two more quantum numbers, that is magnetic quantum number and spin quantum number. So we have two electrons in this s orbital, and these two electrons cannot have all these four quantum numbers, that is magnetic, spin, principal and azimuthal quantum number. All four quantum numbers not identical. They should not have all the four quantum numbers same. They can have the principal, azimuthal, magnetic quantum number same, but spin quantum number, this spin quantum number should be different. For example, if you take these two electrons, so for these two electron, principal quantum number is 1, azimuthal quantum number is 0, magnetic quantum number is 0. But spin quantum number is, for one electron it is plus half, the other electron it is minus half. So same thing you have to follow in molecular orbitals also. So here also these four quantum numbers we will have, but these four quantum numbers for two electrons cannot be the same. Any one quantum number should be different. So this rule also you are going to follow while filling up of the electrons in molecular orbitals. The third rule is Hund's rule. Here you take, in atomic structure you have learned px, py and pz orbitals. All the three orbitals will have the same energy. Suppose if you have 5 electrons, how to fill these orbitals? So first you have to fill these orbitals with 1 electron each, and then you have to pair it. So like this 1, 1, 1. And then you have to, the next electron you have to pair it like this. So these are electron, these two electron. So this electron will have the spin plus half and this will have minus half. So that is what we have studied in Pauli's exclusion principle. So Hund's rule says that all the orbitals with the same energy, they should be filled with 1 electron each, and then you have to start with pairing. That is what we call it as Hund's rule. This rule also you have to follow while filling up of the electrons in molecular orbitals. So you have to follow Auber principle, Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule for filling up of electrons in molecular orbitals. So this is the fourth postulate. We discuss the types of molecular orbitals. In atomic structure, we have learnt s orbital that will undergo only head-on overlap to form sigma. But p orbital, they will undergo both head-on as well as lateral overlap to form sigma and pi bonds. The same thing you have to follow in molecular orbitals also. So here you have 1s orbital and 1s atomic orbital. They will mix to form two molecular orbitals. One is sigma 1s, that is bonding molecular orbital, which is having lower energy, and sigma star 1s, that is having higher energy, and it is anti-bonding molecular orbital. This bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals I have discussed in the last video. So you are getting this sigma 1s and sigma star 1s molecular orbitals due to head-on overlap of atomic orbitals 1s. The next we have p orbitals. So first you take 2px and 2px. They will undergo head-on overlap to form two molecular orbitals. One is sigma 2px and sigma star 2p. So this sigma 2p is having lower energy and sigma star 2p is having higher energy. The next we have 2py and 2py. They will undergo lateral overlap to form two molecular orbitals. One is pi 2p because it undergoes lateral overlapping. So it is pi, which is having lower energy, and pi star 2p is having a higher energy, that is called as anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Similarly, 2pz and 2pz, they will undergo overlap to form two molecular orbitals. One is pi 2p and pi star 2p. So these are the molecular orbitals from this pz orbitals, atomic orbitals. So we are getting the molecular orbitals as sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2p and sigma star 2p. These are mainly due to head-on overlap. Then pi star 2p, pi 2p and pi star 2p, pi 2p and pi star 2p. So two pi orbitals and two pi star orbitals, that is mainly due to lateral overlap. And here we have three p orbitals, px, py and pz. All the three are having the same energy. Any one p orbital will undergo head-on overlap. The remaining two p orbitals, they will undergo lateral overlap. So either px orbital will undergo head-on overlap, or any one py or pz, any one orbital, they will undergo head-on overlap. The remaining two p orbitals, they will undergo lateral overlap. So these are the molecular orbitals. Next we have the types of molecular orbitals and their energy levels, that you can learn from the molecular orbital diagram. So you remember only two diagrams alone, then you can easily write the diagram for all the molecules. So one is this one and the other one is this one. So only you remember these two molecular orbital diagram, then you can easily write for any molecules, you can write the molecular orbital diagram. So here you take this molecular orbital diagram is for molecules whose total number of electron is less than or equal to 14. So you remember this one. If the total number of electron is less than or equal to 14, then you have to follow this diagram. For example, you take hydrogen, helium, nitrogen. For all these things, you can follow this diagram. Suppose if you have the molecules whose total number of electron is greater than 14, then you have to follow this. For example, oxygen and above. For that you have to follow this one. So first you take this orbital diagram. Here you have, this are the atomic orbitals of one atom. So 1s, 2s, 2p. So these are the atomic orbitals of one atom. And then here you have the same 1s, 2s and 2p. And these are the atomic orbitals of another atom. So here the first one, the 1s orbital, atomic orbital of one atom and the 1s atomic orbital of another atom, they will mix to form two molecular orbitals. So in the middle what you have is molecular orbitals. All these are molecular orbitals. So one is sigma 1s, the other one is sigma star 1s. Here sigma 1s is lower energy, sigma star 1s is in higher energy. So these two molecular orbitals you are getting from 1s. Similarly, 2s and 2s, they will mix to form two molecular orbitals. One is sigma 2s, the other one is sigma star 2s. So these are the molecular orbitals. Now you go to 2p orbitals. So Here we have 3 2p orbitals for one atom and 3 2p orbitals of another atom. They will mix to form totally 6 molecular orbitals, because we have 3 plus 3, 6 atomic orbitals. So we are getting 6 molecular orbitals. In this 6 molecular orbitals, how to arrange? Here in this case, here you have pi 2px and pi 2py. They are having lower energy, and then comes sigma 2p. So here pi orbitals, they will be having lower energy. 2 pi orbitals, they are having lower energy, and then comes sigma. Because in p orbitals, one will form sigma bond, the other two will form pi bond. The other two pi bond orbitals, they will be in the lower energy, then comes sigma. And then pi star will come, and then sigma star. This is the arrangement for the molecules whose total number of electron is less than or equal to 14. For example, for nitrogen, here pi orbitals will be lower energy and then sigma. So you will have a triangle like, so you will have a triangle like this. And then in the upper also you will have a triangle. So here you remember this one, you have to remember like this, that is 2, then 1, and then upper you have 2 and then 1. So remember 2 1 2 1. If you remember, you can easily write this one. So this is the main difference between this diagram and this diagram. The remaining two will be the same. So only in p orbitals you will have a difference. So for molecules whose total number of electron is less than or equal to 14, pi orbitals, 2 pi orbitals will be in lower energy, then comes sigma. And then 2 pi star orbitals, they will be in lower energy, then last one is sigma star. So this is the arrangement of molecular orbitals for molecules whose total number of electron is less than or equal to 14. So this keyword you remember. So if you remember this keyword, you can easily write this diagram. The next we have this one, and here you have 1s orbital and 2s atomic orbitals. So there is no change for this diagram and this diagram. So same thing, you will be getting sigma 1s and sigma star 1s, sigma 2s and sigma star 2s. There is no change here. But here in 2p orbitals, here you have the pi orbitals, 2 pi orbitals, they will be having higher energy, and the sigma 2p orbitals, that will be having lower energy. Here it is the reverse of this diagram. So here you have pi orbitals lower energy, but here the pi orbitals is having higher energy compared to sigma. So this alone, there is a line here. So this line alone you remember. So this alone, if you remember, you can easily write. Here there is no change. Pi 2, pi star 2p orbitals, they will be in lower energy, then last one is sigma. So there is no change here. So you will have a triangle like this. But this one, there is a change. So you have to write the inverted triangle. So here you have a triangle, but here you have an inverted triangle. So how to remember this one? So you can remember like this. 1 and then 2 and then 2 and 1. So for molecules whose total number of electron is greater than 14, the key word is 1, 2, 2, 1. So here it is 1 and then 2 pi orbitals and then 2 pi star orbitals and then 1. So there is only change here. Here it is 1, 2, here it is 2, 1. So that is alone you have to remember. So 2, 1, 2, 1. Here 1, 2, 2, 1. So likewise, if you remember, you can easily write. So this is the molecules for total number of electron is greater than 14. So if you remember these two diagrams, you can easily write for molecular orbital diagram for any molecule. You can write the electronic configuration for this diagram. Can write like this: sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2px and then pi 2py. They are having the same energy. Then sigma 2pz and then pi star 2px and pi star 2py, they are having the same energy. Then the last one is sigma 2pz. So you can have the same order, you can write. So sigma 1s and sigma star 1s, it is not written, it is understood. So only second orbital alone it started. Similarly for this one also you can write like this. So sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, and before that sigma 1s, sigma star 1s. Then sigma 2pz and then pi 2px and pi 2py, they are having the same energy. And similarly pi star 2px and pi star 2py, they will have the same energy. The last one is sigma star 2pz. So only difference is here. So here the same, these two alone will be interchanged here. So here see, these two alone will be interchanged. Thank you for watching.